Well, here we are, all together, live on live on screen, and that means we are certainly live on other platforms because I'm streaming this show myself today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we're going to get this done right first time. Oh my goodness, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about today? Oh my goodness, we certainly do have a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, let's see if I am live on the air now. This is Clifford Broadway coming to you live on theonering.net. Here's Torn Tuesday. We just started a minute ago. Oh, we need to change this title. Well, let's see. Here I am. Well, look, I can see myself live. Look, hello, last one. Hello. People are actually here in the chat, coming in for the very first time. I'm here with all the live chatters. And hello, everybody. It's so great to see you guys. So great to see you. Hello there, Cecilia. I see you. Ravandi, Susan, Anonymous Girl, during the 7th. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Torn Tuesday. Before I completely get lost in all the technical stuff that is happening right now, it sure would be nice to change the look at that. Can I turn this background on and off? Yeah, look at, hey, look what I've got. I've got all these tricks to use for running Torn Tuesday without Justin here, just to get the show rolling right off the top of my head. Welcome, everybody. This is the 5 o'clock Pacific time hour. This is Torn Tuesday, your weekly dose of all things hobbity goodness, here from theonering.net, which is your community website that was forged by the fans and for the fans. J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm so glad to have you all here with us. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a bubbly seltzer here. Non-alcoholic. No heavy mead. Not drinking gallons of mead, you know. I'm not at the tavern tonight. This is just strictly a family show. And I am bringing you the news from Empire Magazine and its really remarkable exclusives that they just showed. Exclusive covers. They've got their August issue that will be on sale in 2 more days. Here in the United States, I can't get my hands on it yet. But we're going to be talking about all these really fun things. And boy, do I have news for you. I have news for you that you people are not going to believe. Justin might not be here, but the show must go on. We have news about Sir Ian McKellen returning to health. We actually have news that is just beyond huge. And I'm going to get to that eventually, but we have leaks, leaked information, a lot of leaks from a watery faucet. It is a leaky faucet, and boy, is it leaking. I have heard news, I mean, incredible news, has come to us about season 2 of The Rings of Power on Prime Video, which is coming up in August. Very exciting. Very exciting. The show is only 2 months away. Okay. Okay. We're going to have to, you guys are not going to believe the leaks. I have had almost the entirety of all of the season 2 plot spoiled for me. So we're going to get into some of those leaks a little bit later in the show. And it will come with a proper caveat, a really proper spoiler warning. When we get to it, I will warn everybody in the audience. Hello there. Yeah, it is Cliffy Leaks. Oh, it's better than WikiLeaks. It's Cliffy Leaks. You guys are absolutely crazy today. You're just so crazy. All right. Here's me. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, QuickBeam2000. I'm not going to, all right, look, I do have this information, but some of it I will not reveal. I mean, for the sake of not agitating the entire world and spoiling everything. I'm not going to spoil everything in season 2. I just can't do that. You guys, I cannot do that. I'm not going to spoil. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to say um, that we have to give you a proper. Uh, oh, what's that? You want me to do a Miyazaki minute? This is actually an opportunity for me to do an entire Miyazaki hour. If I want to do a Miyazaki hour, I could, but I digress. I want you guys to know up front that the main subject of conversation, aside from my building excitement for season 2 of The Lord of the Rings, of the Rings of Power, my increasing enthusiasm and excitement for what's coming, and we're going to talk about Empire Magazine, and we're going to talk about Sir Ian McKellen. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. On with the show. And I'm going to try to load up this screen, and I hope it makes sense. Trying to load up this screen and see if I can now search for Ian McKellen. And let's read to you what Ian just said to everybody today. Bless his heart. This was posted 9 a.m. this morning. Okay, and we're going to start the news. Acknowledging Justin is not here with us. Yes, this is Torn Tuesday. You're still at the right place, and you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Discord. We used to be on Stickcam all those many years ago. We are on every possible streaming channel. It is going on. It's really amazing. But without Justin, it's just Clifford. You guys, welcome to the show. It's just me. I'm incredibly entertained by getting the chance to do the show by myself, probably because I'm not going to get interrupted, and I'm not going to have somebody step on my sentences, and I'm actually going to be able to talk with you in full cogent thoughts, or at least as cogently as I can present my full cogent thoughts, as easily as I can do that. Let's go right to Twitter, where Ian McKellen made the following announcement, 9 a.m. this morning. Okay, guys? I'm going to read this to you. And in fact, if it's possible, now that I'm learning all the tricks of this, that's funny. That's really funny. Thanks, Higgy. It's hilarious. Um, yeah, I'm actually going to be able to talk to you guys without, someone stepping on my sentences. Now, bless his heart, we love Justin, and I'm okay, fun. Otaku Senpai. Yes, that's right. There is a Moria expansion for the One Ring role playing game that is shipping to Packers now. It's available for pre order from the Free League's web store. That, hello, little meow meow. How are you? My cat is here to say hi. This is so super cool. And I keep getting interrupted, but here comes the news. Here comes the news. But I want to pull it up and do a screen share. Allow it to share window. Okay, hey. Sharing this window. Can you guys see? I'm going to, I'm going to share this. There. I hope this works. Here it is, Ian McKellen. I hope this is working. It's not working. Please, please, please let me show this. I'm trying to show you guys what is on this tab. You guys see it? Nope. Myth. All right. If you guys can't see this, I was trying to read and share exactly with you Okay, hi. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm back. So, um, look, it's crazy that I'm. Hello there. Jason Charles Miller is here. Hello, Jason Charles Miller is here. I'm not with Morgoth. I'm here. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Since I do not know, thanks, Kathy, for the extra text. I know what's happening. Now that I know, I'm just going to read you the news. Oh, this is terrible. I really wanted to show you Ian McKellen's tweet. I wanted to show you this screen sharing. It's too bad. Too bad. But the screen sharing uh, works. Uh, presenter overlay. Share this window. Share this window. Can I share this window? You guys. Yeah, Sir Ian McKellen's okay. That's of course he's okay. I just wanted to read the news that he's better than okay. He's actually encouraging people to go to the theater, even though he's taking some extra time off, as the doctors have ordered him to do. Okay, so this is unfortunate that I can't do the screen capture that I want to do. So get on with the news. I guess I'm just going to do it the hard way. Okay. I am not able to share this with you, but I really wanted to show you the really cool covers, the Empire magazine covers, but I can't figure that out. Here's what Ian McKellen had to say. Let's just get things going. Quote, just 2 weeks after my accident on stage, I want to assure my many well-wishers that the injuries to wrist and neck are on the mend. My doctors promise a complete recovery, but only if I avoid work over the next few weeks. Meanwhile, the show goes on, and the Player Kings Company start their 4 weeks tour without me. My understudy, David Semark, who, with panache, took over for the final performances at the Noel Coward Theatre in the West End of London, will play Falstaff again in Bristol, Birmingham, Norwich, and Newcastle. Any actor will say that missing a performance feels somewhat shameful, even when he is not to blame. None of us ever wants to let down our audience. But Robert Icke's masterful production remains intact. His mise en scene is compelling throughout, and his actors, led by Toheeb Jimho and Richard Coyle as Prince Hal and his father, remain on top form. Go see for yourself. Encouraging, very encouraging. He's so happy to be on the mend, but he's letting people know that he feels bad about really missing out on a few more weeks of performances. And for full disclosure, he's letting everybody know that the Player Kings production is dynamite as it continues with his understudy. Important part of live theater, every big role has an understudy, and it has to be that way so that the show can go on. Even if somebody gets temporarily sick or waylaid by a fever or stomach bug or something happens and the understudy gets to perform. So in this case, we wish healing, continued healing, and great energy and uplift. Yes, he is. He's recovering. And hello, the Mr. Bombadil news was last week. I know if you're here for the Bombadil news, meta haha, but it's actually that was the caption from last week's episode. All right, now I'm so glad, Ian. I'm going to send this personal message out to you today, Sir Ian McKellen. Um, we are so glad to hear that you're healing, and I'm really personally upset that I can't be there across the pond to come and see the play. I would really love to come and see this performance. But hey, congratulations on the show to everyone who's continuing to do their good work for the theater. And We're very glad that you're healing. I wish you all the best, Sir Ian. Wishing you the very best. Now, raise your hand in the chat if you have seen these Empire magazine covers. Okay? I have got to show you. I've got to show you. I've got to figure out how to show you this brand new, amazing, exclusive image of Elrond in his full battle armor has just been presented. It's it's just been shown online on empireonline.com. Okay, I think you're going to get a chance to see amazing photos when you buy your copy, your physical copy of Empire magazine on the newsstands. The August issue, strangely enough, is out 1 month early. That's right, you can buy the August issue in July, on July 4th. And yeah, seriously intense armor. Let's see. How to share screen on Zoom. Haha, thanks, Jimmy. No, this is Restream that we're using. All right, screen sharing. Okay, I'm going to stop the screen sharing, and I'm going to. Let's see. It's just me. It's just me. I wish I could figure out how to get the. Really do wish that I could get the. Is that my overlay? Yep, that's me. That's me right there. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hey, Kat, how are you? Yes, really? Is that you? Okay, so here's my lower third. I got that to work. Oh, no. Look who's here. Oh, somebody just crash landed the show. I might not be able to show you the Empire magazine covers just yet, but at least I can show you a cat named Mithrandir. He is grumpy right now because it's time for dinner. Look at that grumpy face. Yeah, is that what that is? Is that a grumpy face? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, really? Really? It's not that bad. We can eat dinner in a bit. You can eat dinner when I'm done talking about this great stuff that's been happening and the leaks. I'm gonna leak some surprising information has come from underground. News from the underground. And seriously, Kat, you're gonna enjoy the story when I get to it. Um, I will try to put a text out to Justin. How do I show? How do I show my Safari? How do I? Let's see. How do I show my Safari screens on Restream? Let's see if Justin can get back to me with any useful information. But now, uh, you guys are so funny. Um, check this out. I I'm so amazed. Thank you. People in the chat are really quite lively. You folks on the chat are very very lively today. Click the share screen button. Select what you'll share: a browser tab, a window, your entire screen. Yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I did click the button for the share screen button, just like that. Allow to share a window. Okay. Choose content to share. Okay. There. I want to show this. And it's not working. See? Look at that. See, I'm doing this and it's not right. Okay? See? It's hilarious. I'm doing this and it's not sharing. So now it's just turned into this. It's crazy. Okay. So much for that. All right. I know I keep trying to come over here. Jason Charles Miller. I did send a Justin. I did send a message to Justin. It's not going to work. Okay, but I can't show this tab. I've got this tab open. There's Elrond. It's not going to show. So, share screen. Allow to share a window. Okay. Unable to share screen. See? There you go. It's not working. Okay, presenter overlay, small. Okay, there it is. There's the Empire magazine. I'm looking at it, and it won't work. So that's not working. Oh well. Um, yeah, you guys. Yes, I am on a Mac. Yes. This is why one should never use Apple. Yes, during the 7th. I love that the people in the live chat are really trying to help me. This is so cute. You guys are have it in your source deck. No. Tell me what a source deck is, because I do not have it. I better change this. Um, um, I just changed the. I just changed that. There you go. All right. How about that? Okay, so that's just another proof that Justin is not entirely expendable. Thank you. Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, you guys, if you can't, oh, Zap Verasepa, that's really cute. I'll just start reading from the Silmarillion. No, no, no. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, y'all. Um, since I cannot do the screen sharing, I'd really like to. Um, for Restream, you have a list of sources. Okay, how about that? Here's good advice. If you add it to the list there, okay, I don't have add screen share. Okay, I can post a link to it in the chat. In fact, yes, I can. I'll do that. Let's start with that. There you go. As soon as you go right here, everyone, you will see this. As soon as you go to Empire Online, you will see allow to share a window. Yes, please share my window. Please share this window. Yeah, yes, excellent. There you go. And let's share this. There, you guys see it? There, that didn't work, did it? See, it should be showing you right now, and it's not. Uh, okay, just you guys just looking at it in the link. That's all. That's all I can do. So fine, 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 fine. Okay, so I'm gonna stay here. Let you guys see the link. Um, Kat, calm yourself. This is entirely a comedy presentation. Uh, it's entirely funny. This is really funny to me. But here's what we're gonna do. All right. Um, okay. Um, some of these captions um, are going to be quite usable because I'm going to be able to talk about Empire Magazine for a few minutes. I'm very excited. Let's take a look at this. Let's share with everyone at home. It says, let's take a look at this. You can't tell a Lord of the Rings story without delivering a thunderous battle sequence. Fellowship of the Ring had the Uruk-hai attack in Parth Galen. The Two Towers had the Battle of Helm's Deep, as if you could forget. The Return of the King had the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. And in that tradition continued and that condition, talk English please, and that tradition continued in the Rings of Power series with Season 1 delivering a pulse-quickening face-off between the Orcs and the Numenorian Expeditionary Force. An encounter which co-showrunner Patrick McKay says was, quote, very consciously designed as an intimate, small-scale battle, more of a skirmish, unquote. But in Season 2, the action is about to get way bigger. We love a good battle, says McKay, promising big things in the spectacle department upon the show's return, set to bring a significantly larger clash to our screen. Quote, the plan with Season 2 would be to do something much bigger, on a much grander scale, that would take place not just overnight, but over multiple days, weeks, months, and episodes, he teases. Charlotte Brandstrom, who's taken over from J.A. Bayona as producing director for Season 2, says this battle will be, quote, 10 times bigger than the one witnessed in the first run. She says, it's really the battle of the darkness against the light, she promises, with some very dark and quite violent moments. Uh-oh, Celebrimbor. Doesn't look good for poor Celebrimbor. Poor Brimby. It all comes from the escalating threat in the show, with the titular rings of power now making their way around Middle-earth, Sauron on the rise in his new guise as Anatar, and our heroes having to unite to thwart the mounting forces of darkness. Quote, things have taken a very intense turn since Sauron is back and moving the chess pieces around the board, says executive producer Lindsay Weber. So we get to have a different kind of action and see Middle-earth in some more terrifying moments, unquote. So who's ready to dive into the heat of battle? Read Empire's full Lord of the Rings of Power feature going on set, speaking to showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, with stars Charlie Vickers, Morpeth Clark, Sophia Nomvete, and Daniel Wayman, director Charlotte Brandstrom, and more in the August 2024 issue. Pre-order your copy here. And Rings of Power Season 2 comes to Prime Video on 29th of August. How about them apples? So looking at this amazing armor, this armor that Elrond has is so impressive, really, really impressive, and it will get tongues wagging that we're getting into this really specific elf warrior armor. Plate mail. This looks like the best and most gorgeous plate mail that I could ever see. And it reminds me very much of the designs that we saw in the opening Fellowship of the Ring prologue with the Last Alliance of Elves and Men. Now, hey, get away from that window. Myth, get out of that window. You're a troublemaker. You are a troublemaker, cat. All right, so that you guys know my cat's a troublemaker. Also, they have 4 or 5 covers. So that's a really cool way to check out the brand new picture. But I'm also going to put this link in the chat for you guys. Okay, I'm going to put this link in the chat so that everyone can see this too. There you go. This is where you can see all the different covers. I wish I could show you on this interface. It's just not working, but there's Galadriel in and out of armor. So there's Galadriel in a beautiful emerald green dress with gold trim and gold ornamentation. It's a lovely green dress. There's also this the ads by Google are popping up. Look, there she is. There's a green dress with gold, and then the other one with her sword and with the arrows behind her and a travel cloak. She seems to be in elf travel garb, silver. So there's that green and gold cover. There's that pure silver cover of Morpeth Clark. And it also offers the other covers include 2 versions of Charlie Vickers. There's 2 versions of Charlie Vickers Sauron. One looking like the Halbrand guy that we met in Season 1, and the other guy, that's Anatar, in a completely different wig, elf outfit. So there's four different variants of Sauron and Galadriel altogether. And the fifth one, which is available only for subscribers, you will never be able to pick this up. There's a subscriber only cover. And that is the evil floating Barrow Wights. They have been confirmed as Barrow Wights. I really want to get into this. I want to get into the story. I really want to talk more about the Barrow Wights because this is a different approach than the way we know Barrow Wights existed during the time of the Witch King of Angmar. He used his evil sorcery to send these disturbed spirits over to the graves of the men of Cardolan, one of the three kingdoms of the north. Okay, there was Rhudaur, and there was Cardolan, and what was the other one? Arthedain. Okay, and the deceased remnants of the bodies of these northern kingdom soldiers were animated by the evil spirit that the Witch King of Angmar sent. So now we have proof with this Empire magazine cover that there will be a new and different approach to Barrow Wights, and the speculation is that Sauron may have animated these corpses in a way that is one of the earlier forms of necromancy. And that is one of the names that Sauron takes in The Hobbit as a necromancer. And this is probably going to tie into that bit of canon, that the Hobbit version of Sauron is called the Necromancer. And they're going to tie in the idea that Sauron is, and I'm just assuming, I don't know if it's going to be the three acolytes of Sauron, the three silvery white witches that went after the Harfoots in season 1. I don't know if those characters are coming back to animate the corpses and make them into Barrow Wights, or whether this is going to be just a direct spell or personal effort by Sauron. But I'm assuming that this is the kind of thing that we'll learn something about in season 2, and maybe the future Ringwraith, who will become the Witch King of Angmar, learns about this sorcery from Sauron himself in season 2. Okay, so that's it. Those are the 5 covers. You can see them all yourselves. Mystics. Okay, yes. Last one is reminding me in the live chat that those 3 acolytes of Sauron, they were the moth ladies. Yes, they were referred to as mystics. Okay, join the stream from a separate browser like Firefox. Oh, ha ha ha. Oh, I don't have Firefox installed. Ha 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 ha. So it's just hilarious. It's really funny. This is just hilarious. You guys, you're killing me. All right. So I guess I'll try. Maybe I'll try. Because Justin just got back to me. Let's try Google Chrome. Okay. Here's Google Chrome. All right. Okay. And now let's go to empireonline.com. Okay, there it is. Continue. And now let's see if I can show you guys this. Maybe this will work. Thanks, Justin, for getting back to me. This is hilarious. Time to install a new browser. Yes, Firefox. Yes. Am I using the default web browser? Yes, I'm using Safari, and that's why it's not bloody working. So, okay, let's share screen. Allowed to share a window. This is the window that I want to share. Okay, this one. And there it is. Hey, guys. And there's, wow, it's actually working. I believe this is working now. There's my little tiny face over here in the corner. And that should be, if you guys, was this working now? Am I actually able to show you these now? Oh, too bad. It's not working. Oh well, too bad. Looks to me like it's working. Not yet. Nope. Oh, no, it's not working. Okay, well, too bad. I gave it a whirl. I did. I gave it a whirl. So I tried. Whatever. I'm not even going to try now. I'm not going to try. I did try, so I'm doing fine without it. Thanks, Monica. You guys are great. All right, now that we've talked about um, Ian McKellen and his return to health, I'm assuming that he'll be back on stage playing Falstaff after another few weeks. Just another few weeks to heal. And I am going to thanks Ravandi. It's lovely to have you guys here. Thanks for all the support. You guys, I just sent you the links. Yeah, I could, but now there's something I need to talk about. I need to talk about the spoilers for season 2 of the Rings of Power. Okay. Okay. So this is the most important thing that I need to say. Okay. I'm telling you guys now. Time to consider what you want spoiled or not. Okay, guys, this is it. Inside information is a famous chapter in The Hobbit. And inside information is where Bilbo goes down inside the mountain and gets some inside information at the Lonely Mountain. And I have got some inside information, and I am going to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a hill troll. Yeah, there's a hill troll. We had that image. Where's that image of the hill troll? I don't know where that is, but if I can find it, I will try to find it. TROP hill troll. Can I find that image? I'm going to send it to you guys. There it is. Hey, it's on Reddit. All right, that's our first look at Empire Magazine's Hill Troll. It is on Reddit. All right, I'm going to send you guys a link to Reddit so you can see it. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. All right, so now this is in the chat for you guys to see. All right, check out the Hill Troll. I'm sharing that with you guys that way. Wow, that is so cool. Now, the story of season 2 includes lots and lots of characters. New characters are being introduced, really familiar characters from season 1, and we had all those seeds planted in season 1. Now season 2, something to get excited about, but I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to try to balance this out. Okay, here are a bunch of leaks. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 points. 7 points of story. I got quite a few others that came across my desk, but I will not spoil all that stuff for you. We have to leave something in the recipe for a delightful surprise, I guess. Let us begin this reporting. I swear to you, I have to do this properly. None of this is ironclad as a guarantee that it will happen. Okay? I'm giving fair warning for spoilers, but this might or might not all be true. Or not. Okay? Caveat emptor. Buyer beware. I'm reporting on these leaks that they might actually be true, but I need to couch this with I hope it's true. I hope, because all of these seem corroborated by current marketing. These are leaks to the entire narrative of all of season 2. And it seems to be corroborated by certain information that has come from interviews with the directors and producers. Some of this meshes quite well with the existing stuff that we already know from marketing. Okay? So I've got 7 leaks for you. This is huge. Some of the stuff is huge, but remember, these might not be true. So maybe my spoiler warning is completely premature. Maybe this is just all stuff and nonsense. Maybe it's nonsense. But here we go. 7 huge leaks from season 2. And I mean, some of these I'm personally dubious about, but I think most of these kind of line up. Okay, I really do. I think these kind of line up. And let's start with Adar. Okay, Adar is now being played by a new actor, Sam Hazeldine. Right? That's right. Um, Adar. Let's start. Here's our first of 7 leaks. I'm going to put this in the caption. I've got to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I'm going to add a new one. This is TROP. Okay, there you go. That's me. Story leaks for season 2. Okay, now um, I'm actually really excited about telling you guys this. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Leak number 1. Uh, leak number 1. Adar. Adar was not lying when he said he killed Sauron, and you will see Sauron take the Halbrand form. Okay, that's the first one. First, number 1 story leak. Adar was not lying when he said he killed Sauron, and in season 2, we'll see Sauron take the Halbrand form. Um, okay, let's boil this down. Um, the the oozing black stuff that looks like venom symbiote, looks like it's crawling and bubbling like a mass of evil protoplasm. Maybe that's part of that. We did see that in the marketing, in the teaser, so maybe that's okay. All right, here's another one. The stranger, who may or may not be Gandalf, or may or may not be one of the Blue Wizards yet, we don't know. The stranger, played by, this is number 2, by the way. We're now on to story leak number 2. The stranger has a long conversation with Tom Bombadil about where he comes from and why he was sent to Arda. He may later encounter Sauron, may or may not. Okay, that's story leak number 2 out of the big 7 leaks we have. Okay, let's consider this. Um, the stranger has a long conversation with Tom Bombadil. Yes, we're excited. I'm personally excited about Tom Bombadil coming into season 2. Rory Kinnear is going to be playing him. That'll be so cool. But having the stranger have this long conversation with Tom Bombadil is, this lines up with my personal speculation from a few weeks ago when I said the amnesia, the ongoing amnesia that the stranger has from season 1, and not remembering who he really is, or his purpose, or his powers. That made me immediately think that if he's in conversation and the stranger meets our jolly Tom Bombadil, it would be the easiest way for Tom to help the stranger lose his amnesia. And I actually speculated, now this is not part of the leaked information. I'm going to add an extra layer of icing onto this cake. I believe that in season 2, Tom Bombadil will give the name, the proper name, to the stranger. And then we'll know whether he is Alatar, Palando, or Saruman, or Radagast, or Gandalf. We will know. I'm just assuming. It's my assumption. But here it is. Leak number 2 out of the 7 leaks we have is that the stranger has a long convo with Tom Bombadil about where he comes from and why he was sent to Arda. He may later encounter Sauron. Well, I don't know about that. All right. I would assume that the stranger might have an incident where he bumps into Sauron at some point in time. Maybe, but I thought that might just happen later in season 4, season 5. Okay, I have, perhaps I'm lacking imagination, but I'm still having these weird problems in my head about why a third age wizard who doesn't really show up in the stories until the third age, but now that he's in the second age, what is he going to do? What is the stranger going to do as part of the larger fabric of this narrative? Why need he be there? And the showrunners and the writers have determined that the stranger needs to be there. But I haven't quite put my finger on it yet, because we have pushed a third age character to appear in the second age many, many thousands of years before he really does show up on the shores of Middle Earth. But anyway, there you go. We've got that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure with this this interesting uh, uh, there's a magazine article. I think maybe Entertainment Weekly has already confirmed that Gandalf would, Gandalf slash the Stranger slash whoever he is going to have a conversation with Tom Bombadil. So let's see if this could be true. That not only does the Stranger get his name, that's just my added flavor to this, but learning about his origin and his identity and his powers would be very helpful. And this leak, this plot leak, says that the Stranger may later encounter Sauron. That's number 2 out of 7. Are you guys ready for number 3? Okay, here is number 3. Number 3. Wow. Oh, wow. This may or may not be true, but this is a huge point of contention for me as a fan. But here is leak number 3. Isildur is tempted by Shelob in her human form. That scene is going to have people talking. Wow. I wonder if this is true. I mean, I'm reporting this as a rumor. It is supposed to be a leak of what's really happening in season 2, but are they really going to do that video game thing where Shelob shows up as a fully humanoid person, walking and talking around, maybe wearing a little mini black cocktail dress, right? Like the one that she wore in that video game? Uh, okay. This is the wackiest, I think this is the weirdest and the wackiest story leak that we have. And yes, Higgy, it's reminding me immediately of Shadow of War. That's the jokes I'm trying to make reference to now. Isildur himself having an encounter with Shelob as a terrifying spider would be way cool. I think that'd be totally badass. I'm not so sure I want to see Shelob as a skin changer. Like sometimes she's a human, sometimes she's a bear. You know? I mean, Shelob is not one of the Beornings. Okay? She's not a shapeshifter, a changeling. Um, so the idea, if this idea came from anywhere, it came from the Shadow of War video game. Yeah, and that was, thank you, Otaku Senpai in the chat. It's true. That was certainly one of those controversial things about that. Okay, now Katie from the Prancing Pony podcast. Hello, Katie. We do get Estrid. Estrid? That's the new character, right? Oh, you guys, Spider-Man. Yeah, we've seen Spider-Man, but not a spider elf or a spider dwarf or a spider hobbit. Okay, Last one is speculating that Estrid, uh, Estrid, is that what it is? Maybe Shelob would be able to transform from human to spider form. I don't know, Anonymous Girl. Do you think? I don't think I've seen anything in the texts that suggested Shelob was ever in any other form or ever bothered to be uh, in another form. So Shelob, like Ungoliant, feasted to feed her eternal hunger. Um, okay. Okay, no, last one is saying that's the Discord server. Okay, okay. On the Discord, I recommend definitely, definitely. Okay. All right. Stephen, not putting energy into believing leaks that this Tom Bombadil stuff was obviously fake and human form Shelob has already been done and it wasn't popular. They wouldn't copy that idea. Okay, fascinating. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing. Ungoliant had a choice, and she chose to take a spider form. Intriguing. So we're following the logic down that rabbit hole that maybe Ungoliant could have taken any other form that she wanted. Hmm. Okay. This is intriguing. Okay. Otaku Senpai is chiming in with this. Shelob is basically a demon in spider form. Okay. Garfe Mao saying, yo, Prime Video, cut the human spider from every frame. This is just not Tolkien at all. See? Wags. Tongues are wagging. People are talking. Okay. Gustavo, this is fascinating. Unless they are showing Shelob as a Maya, one of the Maiar, a Maya spirit turned evil, and they're doing an origin thing. Okay. There's an option there. Okay. Let's see. Ungoliant wasn't bound to forms, it seems. Thank you, Spartan, 343. Okay. Wow. Zap Verasepa. Shelob could have been an octopus, but she chose the form of a spider. Otaku Senpai. I do think that Tolkien would hate this. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Anonymous Girl, I'm with you guys. I'm totally with you guys. I don't know what to think about the Shelob rumors. I don't either, but that is our third. That is our third big leak of information. Okay, and that is that. It's really intriguing to me, but Isildur is tempted by Shelob in her human form. That scene is going to have people talking. Okay, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and I'm certainly not, a negative. I'm not a negative kind of fan or one of those toxic fans who gets all negative and hardcore just for the sake of being stupid about it. But I will say, on my personal meter, if my meter is going from 0 to 10, I'm gonna in what's false. I'm gonna move this up to a 7 or an 8, thinking this might be a false rumor. Okay, but if it is true, I personally don't like it. I don't like it because Shelob changing forms like that. If Professor Tolkien didn't take the time to do it and back it up with more information, and if there was stuff that would back this up in unfinished tales, stuff that in his written notes, I mean, I just don't see it. I've never seen this. I've never seen this in any of my studies of any books by Tolkien. So I don't know about Shelob taking on any human form. I don't know it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right, that's 3. Now we're on to 4. Big leak number 4. You guys ready? Leak. Okay, let me do this. Story leak number 4. Here we go. Okay, leak 1 has been the best so far, you say. Okay, that Adar wasn't lying when he said he had killed Sauron, and you will see Sauron take Halbrand form. Okay, number 2. The stranger has a long conversation with Tom Bombadil, a long chit chat with Tom Bombadil, and Tom Bombadil helps him learn about where he comes from and why he was sent to Arda. He may later encounter Sauron. Intriguing. Okay, intriguing. Big story leak number 3. Isildur is tempted by Shelob in her human form. That scene is going to have people talking. Well, yeah, I guess so. I'm talking about it now already. Okay, you ready for a big one? Big number 4. Story leak number 4. And remember, guys, These may or may not be true. This one, I think, is really very, very true. It's not like a 7 or an 8 on the false-o-meter. This one rings true to me. Sauron takes the Anatar form, just like we see on the cover of Empire magazine. Okay, Sauron takes the Anatar form and reveals himself to Celebrimbor, apologizing for deceiving him in the previous season, but tells him the Valar have sent him and the work they are doing is crucial. Galadriel gets gaslit hard when she protests that he is Sauron. Okay, bam. This might be about as true of a story leak as we're going to get. Because seriously, I can see this happening. They planted the seeds for this at the end of season 1, right at the very, very end, where Elrond found the parchment that was left by the bank of the river. And Elrond is looking at her, and she's looking at him. And he's like, what? And Galadriel's like, he's not really Halbrand. But she doesn't say anything. But it looks like she's about to say, on the very tip of her tongue, he was never Halbrand. He's Sauron. But that ultimately makes her responsible for bringing him into the midst of them all. Excuse me. So this is like a hardcore element of the plot that they left all built up at the end of season 1. So here it is. I'm going to read this to you guys one more time. Sauron takes the Anatar form and reveals himself to Celebrimbor, apologizing for deceiving him, but tells him the Valar have sent him, and the work they were doing is crucial. Galadriel gets gaslit hard when she protests that he is Sauron, actually. Okay? That's all of this seems really on point for that particular story. Okay? Yes, I'm wearing an R2 hat. This is my R2 hat from the Droid Depot. See? It's my hat from the Droid Depot at Galaxy's Edge. That's true. That's my little R2 on it. Okay, what do you guys think of the story leaks so far? TD Matthew, let me pull you in real quick. Might be true. Claiming to be from the Valar might give Anatar enough cred with Celebrimbor. Yep, poor Brimby. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Brimby. Okay, here's Anonymous Girl saying, okay, that could probably work. The way that they have written Anatar into the storyline. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, the one thing that I disliked about season 1, because everyone's heard me complain about that, was the mystery boxing of Halbrand and all that stuff, and I was complaining often enough that, yes, that's true, Monica. I was complaining often enough that Galadriel was too smart to have been fooled by Sauron. And that was just my complaint about that storyline in season 1. But here we are. This is, they're doing their own thing. This is how it is. Now, for the subterfuge to continue to work against Celebrimbor in the city of Ost and Ithil in Eregion, for this whole plan to work, Anatar comes back. And so it's kind of like he had been there and was deceiving you, and now he's coming back and going to admit that he deceived you. But now he's really like, I'm a messenger from the Valar, and I'm going to continue to deceive you. Poor Celebrimbor. I mean, wow. Okay. Interesting question from Anonymous Girl. Now, how did the Southlanders fit into finding out about Anatar or their leader Halbrand switching forms? Good question. I do not know. I do not know. Okay. Although I am intrigued by this. Okay, now we're ready to do story leak number 5. Are we ready, guys? Ready for this? Okay, here we go. Here we go. When King Durin II receives his dwarven ring of power, it amplifies his greed, and thus they begin mining mithril. There it is. All right, that's pretty clear. That seems to track completely, um, because it's been long speculated, and it's pretty clearly written by Professor Tolkien in the books that the dwarven rings didn't corrupt them completely or bend them to Sauron's will. The dwarven lords who had any one of those 7 rings were then just made more greedy. And they were more hell-bent in their greedy desires for gems, gold, mithril, and other stuffs. So this leak seems totally appropriate. And yeah, we've been talking for quite a long time about the distribution of rings. And I am predicting this is about 100% true. Story leak number 5. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got 8. I have 8. Oh, not just 7. I have 8 story leaks. Okay, maybe I should save some for later. Okay, when Durin II, as king, receives his dwarven ring of power, it amplifies his greed, and they begin. Which in the previous season he said, "We cannot mine mithril because it's too dangerous, way too dangerous." And now, you know, okay, I'm gonna show this now. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show you Garth. Garth, you're on. That makes sense. He was so worried about safety, but the ring makes him greedy and ready to risk the danger. Absolutely. Okay, you're right. And yes, there's 8. Sorry, there is. There's 8, Otaku Senpai. Okay, Monica says, that's not so much a spoiler to me as it is a point of getting back to the actual story of the Second Age. Yep, it's quite on point. Quite on point. Daniel. Hello there, Daniel. Daniel says, agreed. I think Durin the Third will be driven by greed after receiving his ring of power. He'll pursue Mithril and ultimately help pursue their doom. Ah, okay. Okay, Jen. Hello, Jen. Jen's in the chat with us. And she says, so far I'm thinking that leaks 4 and 5 to be very true. All right. Huh. Leaks this right out. Higgy, you're funny. You're very funny. All right, on to the next one. You guys ready? Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the last 3. Okay, there's going to be a total of 8 story elements that were, and again, they might not be pure spoilers because they may or may not be true. But this stuff is starting to track very well. Okay, Aarion, the daughter. Yes, that's right. The daughter who is in the Architects Guild. The daughter of Elendil, who's in the Architects Guild. Aarion joins Pharazôn's political movement, much to the displeasure of Elendil. So she may also meet Sauron. I mean, she might have already met Halbrand. Maybe she didn't meet Halbrand. But she joined, this is it, Aarion joins Pharazôn's movement, much to the displeasure of her father, Elendil. So she may also meet Sauron. Okay. Boy, that's intriguing. Okay. I'm finding this all very intriguing. What about you guys? All right, let's go right back to the live chat. Okay. Higgy, she's gonna be the big brain behind Sauron's temple, I bet. I believe they're building that temple to Morgoth. If I'm not mistaken, you're right. Okay, you are right. Yep, or Iravandi says, I always thought that she was going to join the movement. Yes. There's speculation. Here we go, anonymous girl. The speculation. Oh, I'm sorry, this is last one. Last one says, there's speculation as an architect that she'll be the one to design the Temple of Morgoth. Yes. That's right. And, Gustavo? Gustavo was telling us that this character will be the most disliked character in the show. Probably. If she's going to be, betraying her father, betraying the faithful Numenorians, and helping to build the place where they will make human sacrifices to Morgoth. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, Susan. So far, not surprised. Not loving the Shelob hints, but we shall see. See, that continues to be the one thing that is unpopular. That's the one thing that people are responding to negatively, while everyone else is responding, oh, yeah, that's reasonable, with every other thing that we're talking about from these leaks. Okay, remember, these may or may not be true. Oh, I already dislike Farazan's son. You mean Kemen? You want to follow a really fun account on Twitter? Kemen's haircut. Look, look for Kemen's haircut. Okay. Uh-oh. Ravandi has a really interesting point. I wonder if what she saw in the Palantir at the end of season 1 will play into her joining Farazan's movement. Ooh. Yeah. Kemen's hair becomes his own character. Very funny. That is very funny. Okay, guys, let's do it. Leak number, yeah, the bowl cut. Wait a minute. Yeah, a lot of people completely forgot about the guy who blew up the ships with his terrorist bombing. His terrorist bombing attempt blew up the ships in the harbor. Okay. What's that question, Spartan? What is that question? I think the question is, here's the question. Okay. I think the question is, will Iarian know the purpose of the temple when she is designing it? Ooh, good. That's a good question. Good question. All right, and now you're asking me, what about the third sibling of Isildur and Aarion? I wonder. I still wonder. I wonder. Interesting. Okay. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for being on the show with me today. And this is Super Leak number, what are we at now? 8? Number 7? I've only got 2 more, right? Yeah, what about Anarion? Yeah, what about Anarion? Is he ever going to show up? Okay, we did the Durin leak, receiving his ring, amplifies his greed, and they begin mining for Mithril. Sauron takes Anatar form and reveals himself to Celebrimbor, makes an apology for deceiving him, but tells him the Valar have sent him. And the work that they're doing is crucial. Galadriel gets gaslit hard when she protests that he is Sauron. Okay, all that stuff. This is really interesting. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Okay, here's number 7. This might not be a surprise at all. And I'm telling you that this, okay, Bronwyn. Bronwyn and her departure, because the actress has left, the actress who played Bronwyn has left the show. So here's our next story leak. If it's true or not, we'll see. We'll see if this is real. Bronwyn dies from her wounds, and Theo seems to be on a dark path. We've speculated before, he may become one of the 9, and I've done that for a long, long time. Since the broadcast of season 1, I have been a very loud voice in the wilderness saying Theo is going to be maybe the Witch King himself or one of the 9 ringwraiths. But here it is. Here's the leak. Bronwyn dies from her wounds, and Theo seems to be on a dark path. We've speculated before he may become one of the 9. This still seems to be the path he's on. I called it. I called it a long time ago. I don't know if this is true or not, but this totally lines up. Okay? Totally lines up. That is a logical conclusion that Bronwyn's death, because the actress has departed the series, but Bronwyn's death might be a tipping point for this young man, Theo, and his grief takes him to some super, super dark places, and Sauron takes advantage of the lad and takes advantage of his grief, gives him a ring, and the temptation of that horrible blood wound he was getting from, using that knife, and not a Morgul blade, but you know what? His temptation by the dark evilness of that Sauron blade, yeah, it's clear as crystal to me that Theo was on a path from season 1. All right, and I've got one big one. I've got the last one. This is the last story leak. I'm telling you, the last one. Okay, hey, because they don't have antibiotics, Otaku Senpai is suggesting that Bronwyn will die from an infection. Okay, okay. Oh, here you go. This is an interesting approach. Higgy says, Theo becomes to Sauron as Anakin was to Palpatine. Okay, all right. Yeah, there you go. Anonymous girl bringing in another energy. Big number 8. Oh my gosh, the story leaks. Okay, Daniel. Daniel is suggesting that the Witch King may have been Numenorian. All right, let's see. Let's see. The Witch King of Angmar, also known as the Lord of the Nazgul, also known as the Pale King, also known as the Black Captain. Okay, he is a bearer of a ring of power, one of the 9 that the Dark Lord gave to men. By the end of the Third Age, his name has been forgotten. He had once been the King of Angmar in the north of Eriador. In early drafts, Tolkien had called him the Wizard King and considered making him either a renegade member of the Istari or an immortal Maya, before settling on having him as a man, a mortal, corrupted by a ring of power given to him by Sauron. Commentators have written that the Lord of the Nazgul functions at the level of myth when he calls himself Death and bursts the gates of Minas Tirith with magical spells. At a theological level, he embodies a vision of evil similar to Karl Barth's description of evil as Das Nichte, an active and powerful force that turns out to be empty. All right. The prophecy that the Lord of the Nazgul would not die by the hand of man echoes that made of the titled character in William Shakespeare's Macbeth. All right. The only thing that it says here is that the Dark Lord Sauron gives rings of power to powerful men, including kings of countries in Middle Earth. Yeah, so we don't know if he was Numenorian. Maybe. Maybe. I wonder. Okay, interesting. All right, so in the chat, what do we have here? Oh, bye, Jen. Have a safe night. Good to have you with us in the show. Okay. Laswen is saying of Numenorian descent, probably, though for the compressed timeline in Rings of Power, maybe actually a fully Numenorian. Okay. All right. Uh, hmm. I don't. Oh, do I have any leaks about Valendil? Oh, I don't. Okay. I have nothing in my leaks or any information about Valendil. I'm sorry, I don't. But before we get to the end of our show, I'm going to give you guys a huge spoiler. Okay? Huge spoiler for leak number 8. Ocho. We're here at Ocho. We're here. We're here now, kids. We're here. What's this, Otaku Senpai? In the Legendarium, the rings were gifted before Sauron was taken to Numenor. And here, who knows? Yeah, it's going to be different. They're approaching the distribution of the rings differently than in the books. Obviously, they made the 3 elven rings first. That didn't happen in the books. So the showrunners are taking their own interesting approach to these things. Yeah, are you guys ready? Drum roll. Are you ready for this? Okay, I'm going to say this out loud, and I'm going to say it slowly. And remember, caveat emptor, like I said when I started telling you about this, these may or may not be true. Most of them as story leaks, seem to be absolutely legit. The one that I really don't like is that Isildur is going to be tempted by Shelob in a human form. I dislike that, I must admit. But what the heck? Story leak number 8. Here it is, everybody. This is happening. This is happening. Evidently, Sauron crafts the One Ring, and every single character hears the speech of Mordor, the Black Tongue, sung when he does. Let me read that again. Sauron crafts the One Ring, and every single character hears the black speech sung before he does. The elves panic and desperately try to destroy the rings that have not yet been gifted. Boom. Boom. Mic drop. Boom. We're going to leave it right there. I'm going to read it to you again. Okay. Sauron crafts the One Ring. Every single character hears the black speech sung before he does. The elves panic and desperately try to destroy the rings that have not yet been gifted. Okay. Intriguing. Intriguing. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay, what do you guys think of that? All right, what do you think of that? We're going straight to the chat. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's a question. Garth is asking, wait, he makes the One Ring before all the others are gifted? Evidently. Otaku Senpai says, that just sounds silly, so probably true. Spartan, you're delightfully on point today. Spartan 343, you are on point today. Well, only the ring bearers should hear that. All. Hearing it for, I mean, yes. Well, only the ring bearers should hear that. All people hearing it for a dramatic moment, if so. Imagine everyone. Okay. Boom. Love it. The most appropriate element. I get why they'd have all people hearing it for a big dramatic moment. Okay. And we did see them dumping a bunch of rings in the fire. Didn't we see that? In the teaser, we literally shown dumping of rings of power into a flame, because they're panicking. Okay. Before they're shown on screen as being gifted, I'd imagine. Thank you, During the Seventh, for that clarification. Okay. Otaku Senpai says, forging the One Ring before the rings are given to men or dwarves is true to the lore. Ravandi says, I don't mind the idea of ring bearers feeling a chill or something, but I don't like the idea of everyone knowing and trying to destroy the rings. And yes, we did see that. We did see Brimby dump, or someone, it might have been Brimby, dumping rings into the fire. Well, this is intriguing. There's other story leaks that I do have that we're not sharing. We're not sharing them because we just can't confirm them, can't deny them, can't spill too many beans. So I think the 8 leaks that we just discussed today are pretty interesting. Ravandi says, I don't mind Brimby specifically destroying the rings when he realizes the truth, though. Well, what if he tries to dump the rings in the fire, and then suddenly, somebody runs into the room with the forge and pulls them out of the fire before they're all melted and destroyed? Gustavo, how quickly can they destroy the rings before he forges the one and after hearing the black speech? Something seems off about this one. I wonder. Okay. The lesser rings. Sigh. They better not touch What? They better not touch Narchwil. You're teaching me a new word, Katie. That's a whole new word. Yes. Okay. Otaku Senpai says, out of all the things we've been sharing today, the Shelob leak sounds like a false trail. Maybe so. Maybe so. All right. Anonymous Girl says, yeah, I think those are enough leaks for me. And yes, everyone's also saying, save some more for San Diego Comic-Con. We will. We'll have to save some more for San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. Last one says, it might be that the ring wearers hear the dark speech and then they tell the others to destroy the remaining ones. Okay. Oh, a rescind. He's rescinding. Okay, Daniel rescinds my boom, love it comment. Everyone knowing about Sauron's crafting of the one is lore breaking. Ring bearers only. Okay, intriguing. Intriguing. I love that we're getting some really fully fleshed responses from everybody in the chat. Regarding the Shelob leak, says Spartan, also, what would Shelob tempt Isildur with, other than the obvious, if she's, in attractive human woman form? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, what would Shelob tempt Isildur with? I have no idea. He's not the king yet, so it's not about power or structuring any power to her advantage or anything like that. Okay, here's the point. How much do the elves know about the 9 and the 7? Interesting point, Matthew. How much do the elves really know about the 9 and the 7? Okay, I will. I will play Lord of the Rings online. Thank you, Katie. I will. I will. Okay. If you do, you guys, I don't know. Yeah, you're killing me, Larry. You're totally killing me. That's hilarious. Okay, let's come back to the chat. I really do. I really need to play Lotro. Okay. Monica's asking, now let's go back to that one thing before we close the show today. Not only what to tempt him with, but to what end and why? Yeah, I don't know why. Okay. So let's just dismiss for now that Shelob crazy. Maybe it's rumor, maybe it's actual story leak. I don't know. Wait, Celebrimbor must have been trying to destroy the Lesser Rings since Sauron created the One Ring. It could be possible that the One Ring is created before Celebrimbor becomes a banner. Celebrim banner. Oh, Narchuil is a fictional, extraneous Lesser Ring that's a major plot point of the earlier quest lines given to Sauron's elven apprentice. It causes a ton of issues before and during the One Ring. Okay, see, I didn't know all that. I didn't know all that. You guys are very kind. Thank you for catching me up on what that is. Okay. Well, there's our 8 story leaks. I will read them back to you super quick, and then we'll end our show. Number 1, Adar was not lying when he said he killed Sauron, and you'll see Sauron take the Halbrand form. Take note of that weird black symbiote venom thing that was bubbling like protoplasm on the ground. Look for that. Isildur is tempted by Shelob in her human form. That scene is going to have people talking. We'll see. The stranger has a long conversation with Tom Bombadil about where he comes from and why he was sent to Arda. He may later encounter Sauron. Okay. Sauron takes the Anatar form and reveals himself to Celebrimbor, apologizing for deceiving him, but tells him the Valar have sent him, and the work they were doing is crucial. Galadriel gets gaslit hard when she protests that he is Sauron. Right? Okay. When Durin II receives his ring, it amplifies his greed, and they begin mining Mithril. Next one. Aarion joins Pharazôn's movement. Much to the displeasure of her father, Elendil, she may also meet Sauron. Okay. Bronwyn dies from her wounds, and Theo seems to be on a dark path. We've speculated before he may become one of the 9. This still seems to be the path he's on. And lastly, Sauron crafts the One Ring, and every single character hears the black speech sung when he does. The elves panic and desperately try to destroy the rings that have not yet been gifted. Boom, shakalaka. Interesting question, Otaku. Will Elrond support Galadriel? Will Elrond support Galadriel? That is a very interesting, important question. Very important question. All right, guys. Very important question. I'm impressed, mostly impressed by these story leaks. I find it all really, really cool and interesting. Some of the things that I'm not even revealing to you are like, what? Oh, no, we haven't mentioned the Ents. No, there's no Ents. There's no Ents that were mentioned because I guess there weren't any story leaks about Ents. Okay. Um. Uh. Uh. Look, I'm trying to read these things and not say them out loud because I'm looking at everything that's been leaked. I'm like, no, 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 no. Okay. I'm not gonna even talk about that. We know, we know for sure. Me too. I want Entwives too. Um, and guess what? If I knew something about Celeborn, I would tell you. But I don't know anything about Celeborn. But well, I'm trying. Oh, what about the Hill Troll? I mean, I'm trying not to spoil too much. I mean, I know things I'm not spoiling, but yes, that's right. Hello, Sean. Sean 4883. We already talked about that when we showed the Hill Troll. There was a link that I just sent to you guys. Link for the Hill Troll. There it is again. Check it out. Look at the Hill Troll because I can't show it on the screen. And we talked about that. It looks pretty cool, super cool. And I am, yeah, look at that. She's like, oh crap, I honestly forgot about Celeborn. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. You guys are talking about Celeborn, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not spoil it. Just saying. I'm tempted, but I will not spoil anything about Celeborn. I'm not going to spoil it. Okay? This has been a really lovely show. Nice, compact 90 minutes. We did it. We did our show just under 1 hour and a half. Feels better than doing a 2.5 hour show. So this is so nice. Um, you guys, thank you for being with me. Thank you for putting up with the difficulty of me getting the um, screens to share out of the stupid browser. Yeah, and next time I ever do this, I will download Firefox. I'll definitely. Um, yeah, what? What? Really? Otaku Senpai is saying, say it. Celeborn must be the subject of another leak. If we ever find out more information, we will. Oh, yay. My apologies. My apologies. Okay. My apologies. Everyone, poor. This is going to be. Yeah, it's practically early. It's practically early to get. Yeah, you're right. Firefox is so much better. Um, Thank you guys for being with me for an hour and a half. It's been a delightful show, and I am so pleased that Sir Ian McKellen is well on his way to full healing. I am running out to Barnes and Noble tomorrow, and tomorrow is like what, the third, and I know it's a day early, but I'm going to try to pick up my copy of Empire magazine tomorrow, even though it is literally on sale in North American newsstands on July 4th. I'm so eager to read what's in the contents of the magazine and learn more. I'm really excited about this. You guys have been so awesome. Yes, thank you, Garth. Thanks, Garth. Thank you, Eravandi. Thank you, everybody. You guys are really beautiful, beautiful people. And I'm excited. It's what? Ready? Yeah, the third here already, almost half over. Um, I what? What? Pay me back in cookies? What are you talking about? Get you a copy of what? What am I getting you a copy of? What? Get you what? Get you a copy of what? What are you talking about? Okay, you guys are so funny. All right. Um, Here's the thing. I'm going to say goodnight, but I'm going to encourage all of you folks to follow me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, QuickBeam2000. Not that there's much use or point to being on Twitter anymore, since it's just an awful dumpster fire of a place. But there's a few of us. Oh, Empire. Oh, you're asking me to get a copy of Empire magazine for you. Okay, yes. Higgy, if you want me to grab a copy of Empire magazine for you, I'll grab it and you can pay me back when we're at San Diego Comic Con. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do that. But thanks for joining me on this beautiful show. Really good show. It's been a really wonderful show. You guys are the best audience. You are the kindest audience. You've really helped me through this little hour and a half show today. It's been wonderful to have you all with me today. thank you for your kind words and your encouragement. And thanks for being a great fan base. You guys are just such a great fandom. Thank you for not being toxic and crazy like other fandoms are in a whirlwind of crazy right now. And I'm feeling really upbeat and excited about season 2 of The Rings of Power. I on a scale of 1 to 10, I did give season 1 a 6, which is the same exact rating that Matt, Nerd of the Rings, had given season 1, a 6 out of 10. But, I would give the music an 11 out of 10. I would give the production design, art direction, the photography, and the beautiful images an 11 out of 10 because they photographed that series. It was like they photographed the living daylights out of season 1. Gorgeous to watch, gorgeous to listen to. I won't complain about plot lines of season 1 anymore, but I'm excited to see that they're developing all the seeds that they planted in season 1. And season 2 seems to be going a great deal further forward. I'm very excited about all this. Really excited. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Be good to one another. Be kind to one another. And before I close the show and say good night and good luck, and before I say buenos noches y buena suerte, there's one more thing that I want to say directly to the Supreme Court of the United States. Listen to me, Supreme Court. We do not live under a monarchy. We do not have complete monarchy, king, queen powers in the executive branch. We don't do that. It's insane. It's absolutely insane what just happened. All right, I'm done. Show's over. Rant off. I love you guys. Thanks for following me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll talk to you all later. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Right here, 5 p.m. Pacific time for another episode of Torn Tuesday. Thank you. I'm Clifford Broadway, and I say good night and good luck. Bye, everybody. Wow.